Good morning. It's 9:30 and this is day 7 of a video challenge, 30-day video challenge. And I'm jumping on quickly because I've only got 10 minutes and I feel a bit breathless because I'm like, I've only got 10 minutes to do this before I have to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So we know how it goes. Our lives are busy and we still have to show up for ourselves, right? So what I want to talk about this morning is some internalized beliefs that I have been so aware of as I've began this process. Now, these internalized beliefs, I believe, originate from growing up as a Jehovah's Witness and being indoctrinated by this cult. So anyway, the first thing this morning was that I was sitting and thinking, okay, so it's day 7 of the video challenge. What am I going to talk about? And I had no idea. So I thought, let's just take a micro movement, take the first step, and I'll start writing in my journal. So I picked up my journal and I sat down by the fire and I began to write it. And the first thing that came up was a limiting belief about why I can't do, why not to create any videos, right? So the first thought was, you can't go on YouTube and create any videos because you're, okay, here, because you're too privileged, right? You're too privileged to make a channel, meaning there is things going on in the world, right? And there is things going on in the world. And yeah, feeling into that. And what I have to do with that belief is create a new belief about it. Okay, so, and the new belief about that for me is that there's something that the world needs right now is people being real and just for me to be real. So I can elaborate on that a little bit further down the line, but I just wanted to quickly go through these beliefs that come up that can prevent us from really enhancing our life or just being fully in our lives or being fully engaged in our own lives. And when these limiting beliefs are always there in the background, they do limit our lives and our potential and our experience of just being a human being, right? So that's the first one, that I'm too privileged to start a YouTube channel. Madness, isn't it? So I'm going to do the work in these this morning. So after I've done what I had to do, in a wee while, I'm going to then have a look at these. So the other, let me just get my book. It's, excuse me. So the other one is, okay, about being too confident, about being too ambitious, that you're not allowed to be ambitious, you're not allowed to be confident. Now, I think this one especially comes from growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, because I remember that we weren't allowed to step outside the box in that sense. And it was kind of like, if you're ambitious in the world, it's the work of the devil. Right? I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but I remember that. And having to be a good girl, that was another one about, I have to always behave, I have to be a good girl. God is always watching. Sexuality and self-pleasure is a sin. Yes, and back to the work of the devil being if you're ambitious in life. So all these internalized beliefs, it's been so wonderful to sit this morning and write them all down in my journal. And even though I didn't know what I was going to share in this video, the first step was to pick this up and just to start writing and shifting these limiting beliefs. I'm doing it right here, right now, by speaking about them and by bringing them out into the open and doing the work on them. So I'm showing up with them, so they're there, right? And I am so aware of how they have brought me, they've brought me to where I am in my life, but I'm now ready to shine the light on them and allow them to continue to walk by my side, but in a much more loving way, an accepting way, and a more empowered way. So I think that is all the time I actually have to share this morning. Very quick, very short and sweet. And there might be a point I do a part 2. I'm not sure, because I do have a lot here. I do have a lot here. So yeah, that's just some of them. So have a great day, and I will see you on the next video, day 8 tomorrow. So who knows what's going to come from that one. So speak soon. Bye for now.